Yo, g'day guys.
Brisbane brothers
here.
Aussie
And Dan's.
We just tuned up a Ford F350 4-speed manual with a 302. We're going to take it out for a test drive. Customer brought it in with a no start issue. We seem to have that licked, and we've found a couple of other little things we fixed too. Alright guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so I've got a bit of a list. When we go into a job I take notes so we can send it on to the customer of what happened, what we've done. So it's a 302, looks very original, and the guy wanted to get a bit of a tune and he had a problem with it not coming back on once it turns off. So we had a bit of a look. First thing that we checked was that the harmo hadn't turned, so that if we do timing, that the timing's right. Then secondly, we took that dizzy cap off, turned the engine backwards and forwards, checked that the timing chain didn't stretch. Then we gave it a compression test on all 8. Cylinder number 6 was a little bit weak. We won't get into the readings. Every cylinder was between 130 and 145. 6 was a bit lower than I would like. We noticed the spark plugs were wet and oily, but showing a really good signs of reading that the engine was running really good with this 2-barrel on there. One spark plug hole over here had mud wasps over it, Dan spotted before we removed the plug. And then we removed the mud wasps and blew that out with an air compressor. If someone lazy had gone and changed that plug and gotten dirt into the cylinder, it would have been all over. After that, we checked the dizzy, the cap, the coil and the leads, the condition of everything, how loose it all was. Seems to be really good. The cap was clean underneath, the little button was good, rotor button was good. Coil, we checked the coil, it was good. The leads looked like they're near new. The plugs were pretty good, so we gave them a clean, put them back in. Then we checked the rocker arms. There was a slight tap in the engine, and the slight tap ended up being that it was over advanced. It was running about 20 degrees initial timing. These engines should be set at about 6 factory, no more than 9 once they're worn in. If it had an aftermarket camshaft, I'd be starting at 10, but the more initial advance you give an engine, you have to keep in mind the total. Alright, so we checked the rocker arms, they were all doing their job. We got a little video of it. We removed covers to find the noise, couldn't see anything. All the rocker arms were good, the push rods were tight, spinning freely, and everything was pretty clean. We noticed the intake manifold was a bit loose, so we tightened it. We've swapped over that air filter to a slightly nicer one with a better element in it. One that was on there was just quite rusty. Once it was warm, we adjusted the corner idle here on the carby. Those little screws there on the metering plate were 6.5 turns out. They should be at 1.5. At the moment they're at 2. Once we had knocked the timing back and adjusted that, we readjusted the curb idle speed. Knocked it back just a little bit, so it's idling a little bit slower now, but not stalling, and it's starting very easy. If you turn it off and turn it back on, it'll just start, and if it doesn't, you just have to give it the lightest tap of throttle. And the guy complained that this was having so much trouble that he needed to take the air filter off in traffic and use Start Your Bastard to get it back on. So that's not good. At least that's sorted now. We just went for quite a nice drive. It's really warm. We'll do another bit of a loop. Not sure how much we'll record because we're going to be driving it around and around our local area. So we'll make this a bit of a short one. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe, guys. Have a bit of an extra look at the firewall.
It's the one.
Man,
The best one.
I'd have to ask this guy if he wants to sell the D.
It's that good. It's seriously that good. I want to buy it. So
You wouldn't really want to get a flat wheel with this. It's a mega, that's a serious tyre to change. But check out the tray, guys. It's just a money maker. So good. Awesome. Really nice interior. Really cool that the guy wanted us to give it a bit of a road test too. It's not often you get to.
I love the road test, bro. The road test is fucking, that's where it's at. Excuse my language. I get excited on the road test, guys. Doesn't matter what the car is, just for them to be going is a win.
What I was thinking, now that it's a bit warm and that, I might just slightly up that idle.
Beauty. The don't call him working for nothing.
Definitely didn't rev like that when the guy drops it off.
Absolute beauty.
The first gear in these is really short, guys. When you
Just like hill starts and that.
when you're driving, you don't really need to even use first. It's got a really high clutch pick up there. Alrighty. Try and get back through that car park so I can pull out towards our place. Should I just go a bit?
Yeah, you won't go through the car park. Just go and do a U-turn somewhere. It's a truck, bro. It's an F350.
As long as we don't run out of fuel. Oh, she just went the other way. Yeah, this is funny. F350 guys. 302 4-speed manual.
What an experience. This thing is a beast. I love it, bro.
Come in for a tune and then a no start issue. So we've done the usual, guys. We've taken the DC cap off, spun it backwards and forwards, checked how much loose there was in the timing chain. It was a little bit loose but good enough. And we gave it a compression test and we checked on the harmonic balancer that 0 was 0. So all of that was good, but one cylinder was a little bit weak on the compression test. Then we got it hot, took it for a drive. I found a couple of little issues I've sorted out. Now we're just giving it a final test drive before the guy picks it up. It's running really nice, eh? It's running sweet. I love it.
Bro, I think I need one of these in my life. It is sick. I love it,
How good is this?
Guys, that's my favourite part of the truck, eh? You chuck your Cooper up there, keeps it beautiful, nice and straight. Got beautiful tray space out the back. Got the fan there if you get a bit hot. What a beauty. Boxing room, we're in Australia. We can have fun with the big American trucks in Australia too, eh?
The first gear on these old girls is so short, you just pretty much just use second. A little bit of a high clutch pickup on this, so I've got to get used to.
It's actually cruising along alright, eh?
Yeah, nice. She goes really well. The brakes are pretty good, turns nice. Not too much body roll for how big it is.
Beautiful. Love it. What an experience.
It's got a really good cab, eh?
Yeah, this cab is a beauty, guys. It's so nice. Yeah, thanks for letting you in, bro. Isaac looked like a gentleman there. Thanks, bro. See? Kind gentleman. Yeah, guys, this cab got me excited. Like, I'll have to get a bit of footage when he stops somewhere. It's like rust-free. I got really excited. We've worked on a lot of F trucks and they've got a common issue with the plenum and the firewall. This thing's mint. It's an absolute gem.
Classic me giving it for the speed camera.
Yeah, guys, watch out for that new speed camera here.
It's a lot of fun.
There's the dog. It's a little dog up there. This road was 70, guys, for years, and they've just made it 60. We actually both got done just going to pick up food, just cruising along at 70 with the new limit. So keep an eye out for that, guys, if you're here, Browns Plains Road. Moves along nice, eh? Just a fun experience, guys.
I love it.
I don't think there's a better job, bro. Like, for me to be able to even just see these cars is a reward, guys. I love it. You got to appreciate any Ford that's still on the road, any classic.
The best thing is now, I've tested it a few times, when it turns off you can just turn it back on, quite easy. And that's about it. That's the main thing we're looking for. The shifter's really flocked out, guys. It's a bit of a hunt around to find the gear, but just want to make sure I'm in the right gear. Other than that, she's driving. Steering's good, brakes good, engine tuned up, it's better than it was. Has a little 2-barrel carby on it. The guy was thinking about doing an upgrade. I've checked the carby out and someone had wound the corner idles way out. They were 6.5 turns out. So I reset them to a turn and a half, and I didn't really like it. Then we had a bit of a tinker, and we had a look. The timing, this was way too advanced, guys. This thing had like 20 degrees initial timing. The dizzy was a little bit stubborn in the block, so we gave it a good soaking with inox, and we got the timing back closer to the 10. When the timing chain's a little bit stretched, you can allow a little bit more advance, but you don't want to go more than about 3 degrees advance more than what they recommend at factory, unless you've changed the camshaft in it. So for example, like, that might sound confusing, but our Cleveland is 6 degrees timing factory. You can go to 9 if the chain's stretched with a factory camshaft, and it'll still be pretty good, but it won't take 10. But if you've got an aftermarket camshaft, I start at 10 initial. But always keeping in mind the total. You want your total somewhere in the low 30s. You don't want your total timing to be going too crazy, or the engine's gonna be detonating. That's a lot of guys message me and ask me, hey, what's the timing when you're tuning? What are you going for? What do you set engines up to? Every engine's unique. The really best way to set them up is to put them on the dyno and find out on the dyno what it's actually doing, because by the time you hear detonation and feel it, it's too late. Take that edge off of a brand new engine, it'll never be the same again. Man, this is fun, eh?
Man, how good this is driving. There's no way you'll take the 2-barrel off. It's only a 302, guys.
Ask him if he wants to sell it, guys.
Man, we need, bro. This is doing something for me. I can't explain it, guys. I've got
like
the biggest smile. I absolutely love it, guys. I love all the cars we get to work on. It's a pleasure. It's such an experience to get to go for the test drive. This really does something for me. Yeah, I love this whole go. Look at it. Absolute beauty.
We're going to go to a hidden gem here to get some lunch, guys. We're going to a secret spot that has some fantastic food. That's why I've been putting on so much weight.
It is the most delicious.
This stuff is good.
I'll drop a hint, guys. Spicy, boneless chicken. I'm not talking normal spicy. It's like the American buffalo spicy. It's so spicy. It actually like grips your tongue. Alright, we're here. Hot box time, brother. See, this is the Logan's best kept secret, guys, for tasty grub. The old hot box here. Alright, let's go in. Bro, it's running me too.
Yeah, she's running pretty good.
Even the idle's quite nice now.